Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girl, Monty, Callie, and Dr. Joy Pre-PhD. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 9, Hard Conversations. We're going to do something fun right before everything starts because this was kind of a dark um, subject. So right before you can see the National Sexual Assault Hotline, we have their number in case anybody's been through it on our little banner that's scrolling through. But we're going to rate it. Then we're going to I missed last week and I wanted us to do our drag names because they went to a drag show. So we're going to do that to kind of be fun, and then we're going to get into deep conversation of this episode. So how would you all like to rate it? Callie, you're on mute if you're talking.
I would give it a 6.
Okay. What about you, Joy?
I actually liked it.
Did you?
Did
you?
It was an episode that had to come in between all of that fighting, and everybody had an individual segment except Ashley.
Well, she was with Sharice and
that's not an individual. That's
she talked to Mia.
That she didn't have a personal segment. Everybody led a segment. We got to Karen.
She didn't have anything to talk about.
Lindy. It wasn't that they had anything to talk.
But no, Ashley doesn't. What would she do on her own? She doesn't. What is she doing?
No, playing with the boys. I don't know. She just didn't have a personal. My point is, she didn't have a personal segment at all. Everybody else did. We were in everybody's house last.
And Candace was in the car.
But that's okay. We was in everybody's house, not
she was alone.
A figurative house, except Ashley's.
Oh, okay.
We know what's going on with everybody but Ashley. That's why when somebody has said, why didn't people were kind of fussy because various people didn't get up when Mia got up. I was like, in my opinion, it would have been very rude if more than one got up.
I thought the same
too
thing.
Intimate of a setting, was too few people, and caused attention. Everybody wondered what's going on. It was unnecessary. Ashley needed to be the one because she's the only one that didn't have personal segment.
Yeah, I normally don't talk in the groups, but somebody did post something. And I'll try to see what I said. Because I was like, this is not the moment for this. But I'll try to find it by the time we get
personal. It was too important of a topic for all of them to get up and create drama, and too small of a crowd. It was more than one person is away from the table. You notice it. Imagine if 3 or 4 people got up, it wouldn't have been appropriate.
Right.
And well, I'll go ahead. What I typed was, so someone said, let me see if I can find the initial thing. Is this her? No, that ain't. I can't find it. I'll find it in a minute. Okay, but anyway, so let's do is Demisio coming or not? Do we know?
I gave him the link.
Okay, well that's on him, honey. We tried. So who wants to go first with their drag name?
Well, I will go first before I forget, and I'm probably going to forget in 20 seconds. My drag name is the Golden Galvanized Penis.
And why is that your name?
Because Candace wore a gold satin suit, and Montique was like, we need some help with this. So my help is to use that suit for a purpose and use it in my my name. What do you call them? In my trans name.
Not trans. You're
what
not
is it called?
Transsexual.
Drag.
You're
in my drag name. Okay.
What about you, Joy?
Mine will always be associated with my real name. I've ever since I heard an interview in the 80s of Spike Lee's sister's name, I said that's gonna be that was my name in general.
Your pseudonym.
It's Joy. It's Joy. It's Joy, spelled Joi. And it's Joy. And I said, if that ain't no fancy way to say joy, that's it. That's just
Wait a minute. What's Spike's sister's name?
I guess it's Joy.
Is it Joy? Spike Lee's sister. You said it was from that kind of.
Spike Lee's sister's name is Joy. It's really Joy. It's Joi.
Okay.
It's got a magnificent Je
Yeah.
m'appelle Joie.
Sounds French.
Yeah, je m'appelle Joie. I call
People
myself.
y'all don't remember. Y'all, I might be a little older than
I
y'all.
don't
People
remember
used to
that.
do jokes around her name. Girl, your name ain't so everybody know it's Joy.
I don't remember that. But yeah,
People who change their names to make it
sound a little more classy. Look, look,
yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Joy was one of them.
So Joie. Well, I
Okay.
always say my name is French anyway, Montique, honey.
Wait a minute, I've been talking on mute. What the heck?
You have? Well, we didn't hear
Well,
you.
I was saying, what was the joke? What was the joke about her name?
That people, I can't think of the names that they used to use, but it was like your name, they would change it to, what's your name? My name is Montanique. Your
Right.
name Monique.
Right.
You know, your name.
You
It
know,
was a
add a
joke.
little
It was a
pronunciation.
joke.
Got it.
And Spike Lee's sister's name was one of them.
Okay.
And her name is Joie. Her name was Joie.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's
honey.
spelled Joi. So I said, oh, I love that. That's what
Well,
my mama should name me.
well, that's what you can name yourself. You can be
Right.
Jawar on here. We will call you that. We will. Well, my drag name would be Pure Ecstasy with 3 X's. And
Oh.
and I
Oh.
have that tattoo, and I do have that tattooed on me somewhere. But
Pure ecstasy?
I do.
What?
You got a stamp. You got
I
a
was
tramp
called
stamp.
that once upon
You
a
got a
time.
tramp stamp. Just say it.
But that's a Queen Bee. The Pure Ecstasy somewhere else.
Oh my. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
My
how many
license
tattoos
plate.
do you have?
My license plates in the 90s used to be Joyettes, though.
Really? Mine was
Oh.
And wait a minute, the conversations it garnered. Like, are you talking Malcolm X or Rated X?
I was Miss T.
Okay. Miss T.
And I did it because of the X-Men. Her name was Miss T. I don't know if y'all know that. And she would be blue, but she could turn into whatever. So that was my personalized license plate was Miss T. But
Y'all want
anyway,
to know what mine was?
what was it?
Menudo. Wait, hold on.
From
My
the show?
girlfriend's was Menudo. One of our
Why?
friends growing up was a Menudo or something like that. And then mine was for Menudo. No, for me
Why?
you
Do you know what
do. For me
menudo
you
means?
do. Maybe it was for me you do. Isn't that Menudo? It was for me you do. You do. Yeah, that's what it was. It was for me you do. One of us was you do for me, and then one of us was do for me.
Girl,
I'm just saying. All right.
I
Y'all
love
nasty.
y'all.
Y'all nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, we gonna move on. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
are
Do
hilarious.
you live on the Missouri side of Kansas City or Kansas City side of Kansas City?
Missouri. I'm not from the dot.
Okay. Then you remember back in the day that Missouri's personal plates was black and gold, right?
That's when mine was
That's
Menudo.
what mine was, Joyettes.
Yes. Oh my God, we
That
so
is
old school.
hilarious. We have
Hi,
had
Victoria.
drag names and we have had
Mhm.
personalized license plates. So we were meant to be.
Look, we just gave out all our personal info. Okay.
Yes, we did. But
Pure
you don't
X
know
is
where it is,
interesting.
but you do know where a tramp stamp
I
is.
had it for years, even after I had that,
Me
because
too.
it was from
I did too
96.
until it
I
started
had it
costing a whole
until I
bunch of
was an
money.
adult. I had
It
it
got
as a teenager.
expensive. Did y'all's get expensive? I was start to cost a lot more.
I don't
No.
think that it got more expensive, but what they did was they changed the license plates altogether.
Oh,
So it used to
Yeah.
just be red and white, and personal was black and gold. But then everybody's is like that blue, like
Blue now.
really stand out the way
Right.
it used to.
so
And mine
B.
was just
Oh,
as a teenager, so I never. I don't remember prices. My mama probably paid it. It was
Yeah,
just.
mine was up until I was the year. What year Tupac died? Because that's the
I
day that
don't know.
the car got repossessed on the day Tupac died.
Oh, okay. So D, we're talking about our well, I talked about my tramp stamp and my drag name. Which would be Pure Ecstasy with 3 X's. Do you have a drag name?
I mean, I don't, but do you want me to make up one? Is that what you're
Hurry
saying?
up. We ain't got all day.
I guess I would say probably like mocha latte.
Oh, mocha
Oh.
chocolate. Yeah, yeah.
Your name sounds like a
Yeah,
stage name.
Demisio would be one.
Yeah, Demisio sounds like a stage name.
It
It does.
Is it?
No. Oh, you should be Big D. Big D energy.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, moving
Yeah.
on.
What?
That's a good right. See? Okay. So y'all ready? So we did that because this episode was hard conversation. If you look through our little scroll thing, we do have the national hotline for sexual assault. If anybody has been sexually assaulted, you can call this number, male, female, whatever. So anyway, what if D rate the episode, and then we're gonna get into it.
I'll give it a 5 because of the topic.
I don't think I rated it. I enjoyed this episode. I think I gave it an 8. I really did enjoy it. It was
I
really
don't know if I
something
gave it
to
one. I
me.
gave it
What is that?
That's Callie's
Oh, I'm
dryer.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know what she doing, but she's
My
trying.
daughter's blow drying her hair. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'll
All
mute
right.
as much.
So, anyway, let's move into it. Y'all ready? And the people who are watching, you can type your drag names in if you want, or talk about whatever. Okay.
or not, and go ahead and rate it 1 through 10.
And then you can rate it. Absolutely. Thank you, Joy. So it starts off. Did it start off with Karen? Did I?
Yes, they
Oh,
kind of had like a little snippet of like Gizelle and Sharice and Ashley kind of saying how Robin stood up and spun around.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have a comment about Karen, and if y'all want to talk about the other ladies and their other little snippet scenes, let me know. But Karen and Ray are sitting on the swing in the cold, and she says she has 5% buildup. Is that normal for triple 60? Because it didn't seem like a lot.
A build up of
I'm
what?
dead, Tik. I was just about to share our thing in my group because I help run the reality TV
Do
scripted group.
you?
I
Oh,
do.
honey, those are my people.
Yes, I help
Oh,
run that page.
what
Um,
page?
The
uh,
reality TV and scripted
yes.
series.
Do,
Let's chat about it. I am
do
one
you
of the
not
runners.
remember that's how we met?
It is.
Yes, you posted in there that you want to start a page,
It
and
is.
and
It
I said we
is.
have one. You can come and just see if you like. I didn't say you could join us. You just joined your own self, but
He took over. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my
I did
God.
say you could
And I
come
love
visit.
you.
I feel like you guys are attacking me right now.
Don't tell attack. You see, I ain't said a word.
See, Joy
And
loves me.
then you just stay with us. You know what my mom always said? My chick bring friends home and they'll never want to leave my entire life. My entire
Oh my
because
God.
I'm the
Yes,
only
I
child,
did.
so I did bring friends home like all the time.
I made
So,
myself at home, honey, and y'all didn't decline me. So,
well, you know.
Well,
Well, I don't know. Callie did. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
Callie did just a little bit.
Okay, let's move on. So it's 5%. Is it buildup of calcium?
Yeah, I would imagine any kind of buildup isn't good because, but I don't know what percentage is that you have to have. Don't they put like a stent in there or something? Or
Oh no. I meant to look it up, but then it was Karen, and I know she over exaggerates, so I didn't really. And Ray was like, I'm trying to brush my teeth, Karen. I got to get ready to go somewhere. And she was mad. Should Ray have cared more?
Ray told her that he wasn't even sure he was still in love. So I think he was right on point.
and what's crazy is if y'all peep him like for sure, like straight up, he been saying this season
After
season
season
after
after
season.
season.
Like
Okay.
he does not. I mean, like you can go
He
back to when
checked
she was
out.
trying. It's been very clear. This man
Hell,
feels
Ray
this way.
old hell.
That's
But
what I
I'm
was going
like,
to say.
that's when you want to feel like, to me, in my head, her husband is a little bit older. But I would imagine my husband and I are closer age. When I am in my 60s, I will definitely be retired. And my
Right.
husband will be retired with me. Because the reality is we ain't got that much long left. Let's keep it a bug. So
Right.
I want to be enjoying life, not watching my wife acquire fame across this world and tipping off with some white dude. I want to enjoy my wife with my
What?
wife.
Okay.
I
I'm
wasn't
gonna say
ready for
now.
the
Wait
white
a
dude.
minute. When was he white?
He's always been white.
Been
Mr.
white.
Blue
He's
Eyes. Well, I know Michael
always
Ealy.
been white.
I know Michael Ealy has beautiful, and that is my type. So if anybody looks like Michael Ealy, hit me up on DMs. I'm just playing. Do not hit me up.
She
But
ain't joking.
I do not, seriously. He's Mr. Blue Eyes, D.
Yes, honey.
Okay. All right.
He
Anyway,
has always been white. Are you tripping? I ain't never thought it was no black dude.
so it's Mia
Latoya's
them.
drag name.
Dark chocolate. Yeah, I put it up there.
I
Did
didn't.
anybody else put their drag name? They may not have one. If you, I would love RuPaul's Drag Race. So anyway, a mandatory meeting is like the best name I've ever heard in my life. She's on this season,
What
season 6.
is it?
A
Her
mandatory
name is
meeting.
Amanda Tory Meeting.
That's a good one.
It's
A
a
Oh,
mandatory
like
meeting.
mandatory
a
meeting.
mandatory meeting. Yeah,
Oh,
Mandatory meeting.
yeah.
Okay,
I
I
love it.
guess.
Okay, anyway, would you take a cooking class with your mate?
Yes.
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 I would too,
Mhm.
but I would. Would you suck at it? I think I would.
Oh, I wouldn't. I actually was really interested in, oh, wow. I wonder, could I do that by myself? Like, I have never made pasta,
Mm-mm.
homemade pasta in
Right.
my life. Of course, I make
Yeah.
pasta all the time. So I would have definitely found it interesting. And I noticed that on Married to Medicine, they had a cooking class too, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, and that now see, I could do that one because that was just
Yeah.
meat and some vegetables, but I can't make that pasta looked hard.
It looked easy though. You ain't doing
That
nothing but
with that
kneading
egg
it.
in the center. I can't do all that.
It don't really matter where you put it.
Oh,
For
okay.
real. It's just because it's all gonna go together. You gotta knead it to its. But I'm like, that's just a fancy way of controlling it. So it
Oh,
won't. That's just yeah.
it
It's
won't
I
go air.
imagine it don't because there was nothing else there. It was just those two things.
So I have a question. If you remember Robin's story about a few years ago, is Mia's story exactly the same? They've lost
Yes.
their money.
Yes.
Now they have to
Yes.
downsize.
Yep.
Now they have to give up their nanny.
Yes.
Now they have someone that's a lawyer that's committed
But it's
suicide.
different. But it's different.
Well, yes, right.
Robin didn't abandon ship. Mia's like, I ain't dealing with
You
this.
know what?
I'm about.
But Robin
Very,
lost the money.
very true.
So it's the opposite. Because did Gordon lose the money?
Yep, it was snapped
Yeah.
from him, but it was
Yeah,
lost.
you're right. Yeah.
And Robin, she trusted someone. She didn't just lose
Correct.
money. But
You
think
think
she's
who's
lying?
lying? You
We
think
did.
Mia's
I'm
lying?
not gonna lie, y'all. I googled it. I could not find his.
I
anything.
couldn't either. And I could have sworn I read
Y'all
it
did
somewhere.
not Google it.
So
I
the
did.
only thing I could come up with was maybe I read that this was their storylines from the beginning, because I did hear what their storylines were going to be.
Mhm.
And maybe that I read it somewhere about Mia and this business partner, because I thought the same thing everybody else thought. It sounds so familiar.
I couldn't find it. I googled it. I mean, I hope she's not lying because this person has children and a wife and Gordon didn't seem like she was lying. And him and Ray can't put on a face when they lie.
They can't.
Because when she started talking about her illness, and he was like, "You remember the illness you said you had?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember." So,
no. Or wait a minute. Oh, we're gonna talk about that when we get to Wendy's. About
please,
sometimes how other people just do not cooperate.
We're gonna talk about it. It's in my notes. Okay. What do you think about Juan and his answer when she said you could have put the car down, or could have gave the car over the phone?
But knowing that Robin didn't want that topic to be brought up ever, why would Wendy bring it up? She just spent the weekend with Robin crying because people kept bringing up that topic. And what did she do? Bring it up again. But okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that she was probably most comfortable with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're gonna film with somebody, I'm gonna be honest, he had to know that this was coming.
He should have known it was coming, considering Robin has been complaining that they kept bringing it up.
Well, I don't think it's what I mean by that. I think that here is my thing, and this is I kind of agree with this. It's not just because I like Robin. In my opinion, if somebody flat out says, "Come on, y'all, let's have this conversation and get it over with," and we have the conversation, I'm not saying that everybody individually might have comments and concerns or even gossip about what I say, but I'm not keep having this conversation with you every time we meet. I think that's unfair to the person and it becomes redundant.
Right.
So, and Robin literally did that in the most dramatic way, but she literally stood up and said, "Come on, y'all, hold me accountable. Let's get it." She straight up did like that song that I like that went viral, where I can't even tell you the lyrics. She'd be like, "Let's get it." When I can't think of what comes next. It's
and that's where the conversation should have stayed.
Yeah, and that's where it should stay. And I
So
mean, if y'all
Mia
want to
shouldn't have
have it
brought it up.
later without me, cool. I ain't gonna keep having it.
But I think it was the first time that Juan was there. I mean, like,
Correct.
besides
And that's
pickleball.
why I had to think that she think it was coming. I'm sorry. But that's why I think she had to know it was coming. This is the first time. And if Juan is going to be in a group, we're going to have it like this. I'm going to control it. Who do I feel most comfortable with? Y'all don't think they think like this? There's no way. They're 8 seasons in and they're not. I'm most comfortable with, because Gordon don't
It
really care
shouldn't.
one
That
way or
was not
another.
an invitation to me.
It
I
was
don't
just an
think that it
invitation
was
to cook.
an
Is that what y'all saying?
invitation.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was an invitation, no. But I think it was, if I got to do this, I'm going to do it like this. If you all believe what I believe, Juan, although he's not working, we know he's not working, Juan is showing up a little bit more for filming. And if we believe what we thought Andy was talking about, the men now get paid. So he's showing up and he's getting paid. And the legend is, if you all, I don't know if you all are watching this, but they say that the men are now getting paid because of what happened with Michael Darby and suing Candace. Because if they're all under
Exactly,
contract,
Felicia.
they can't sue one another.
But Michael, that's the season that Candace even brought Michael up. He wasn't even on the show.
Yeah. He wasn't on the show. Yeah. Well, you're talking about Michael when Felicia said that was not it. She wasn't about to listen to anything they said. She wasn't. You're correct.
What do you mean?
If you're talking about Robin,
these lips are popping.
But
I know I tried to put mine on, but I can't find my lip gloss. But go ahead.
Can I say this?
You can
Robin, if Robin sits and says, "Hey, ask me what you need to ask me," and she keeps giving you the same thing, she's set in her mind. That's where she is. We may totally disagree with it. We may think she's utterly lying, but if she keeps saying the same thing, you're not going to get a different answer. And you literally look insane. That is the legal definition of insanity, is to think you can still keep doing the same thing and get a different answer. That's where she is. She believes, or wants to believe, everything that she says. They look stupid to keep asking her, in my opinion, because your answer ain't different. She's there. She's comfortable where she is.
And Mia said that. She said Robin's story and Juan's story matched.
They obviously practice. And that they're comfortable where they are. Like at this point, everybody's
Robin didn't look comfortable. It
like
been
they're
brought
expecting to have an aha moment with her.
They haven't
That's what
had
it
yet.
feels like.
And they still haven't had it. They need to.
And they haven't had it. And I don't think you're going to get it this season. It might come, but it'll come naturally. It won't come when they're trying. It might be a situation where Robin is ticked off and she might really get it. We don't know. My point is, right now, you're not going to get it. And that's what's making this show crazy, because it's almost like everybody was betting on talking about Robin all season. And a couple of other things have popped up, because I definitely don't think the Nick and Wendy stuff was playing. But it seems like everybody was betting on, because what would Wendy be talking about if she wasn't talking about Robin? Or, I mean, Aneka. I'm sorry, not Robin. Aneka.
Happy Eddie business.
So
that's what they should have been.
I mean, I like the question. Good. I feel like if they wouldn't have said anything,
I feel like she should have asked more, but that's just
right. Thank you, D. Because I feel like if she wouldn't have asked anything, people would have been like, "See, they sitting here, they trying to cover Robin because they her friend, and so they ain't gonna bring it up, and they just gonna let him skate by." Like, I don't think people are gonna be happy either way.
As much as they've brought it up this
season,
I
mean, it's been coming up.
Joy.
But it's his first time.
Wait a minute, go ahead. I'm sorry, Cal.
There shouldn't have been a way that anything was brought up about it again, as much as it's been brought up, and how many tears it's brought her, how much she's put out there that she doesn't want to keep asking. The fact that this chick asked it again, I would have been done with her.
But she didn't ask Robin, she asked Juan.
Don't matter. It was asked. And you know, Juan is always angry about bringing that the personal stuff up like that anyway.
Juan was stuttering and stumbling and fumbling, honey.
Yeah.
He said he's a grown man and it ain't gonna happen again. I don't understand why he went to the whole after. I didn't even think about that. Like you could do it on because I just did, and this is in Canada. I just did a hotel room for Canada, and I did it over the phone. So if I don't understand why he had to go down there.
You ain't lying, because it's like I paid for my daughter.
What did
My
the
daughter
article
had to go to
say?
Chicago when
So
she
what's
had
the
first got
lady
her
for?
job,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't have enough on her
If we have
credit
time.
card. So I had to in Chicago. I called and put my credit card up for her. You're right. You
Right.
absolutely could do that. I just thought about that. I did
But
do. I said I ain't never did that, and I said yes, I did for Jamila.
now, I thought about that too, but I would have went down there too. And here's why: I don't really know that girl, so I don't know who you might know at the desk that you got them calling to get my number, and then me and you gonna use that number together to do something else. So what I'm gonna do instead is get up if I want to help, which I wouldn't, but if I'm stupid enough to help,
Let me
I am gonna go so I can hold my card and make sure you're not recording and keeping it or something like that,
He didn't
and
hold his
then I
card.
leave.
He just
How do
he
you?
just swiped it. They don't
Well,
hold.
whatever. What,
No,
what
but
But
she's
my
saying no,
point
Joy. I
being
don't
is
think you
that's
understand
why
what
I
she's
would have
saying.
went.
She's saying if she would have called it, the girl could have wrote down the number, the three did the and all that,
Hmm.
and kept using the
oh
card. I get
Yeah,
that,
that's what I
Callie. I didn't
mean.
even think of that either.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
will say this though, in the slightness of Juan's defense, if y'all listen to that video, that girl does not explicitly talk about or mention that she and Juan had sex. She was asked several times, by the way, but she never answers it directly. She never said, yes, we had sex. She does, however, talk about, because if y'all remember when the wine case was going, when the situation had happened at the school, people were trying to link the things that she said with what was going on at wine's school and talk about the focus wasn't on whether or not they slept together, but whether or not she was passed around. Because what she does complain about is that his cousin
I
came to the
included hotel
room and
people.
exposed himself. That's what she focuses on. And she was saying they passed women around. People were trying to associate it with trafficking, sex trafficking. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember,
Yep.
and so I don't know what Juan's done. Hopefully, he didn't do anything. Is what I
But
thought.
it's very clear that his cousin was there. So
Right.
you have to believe that after he got finished having sex with her, his cousin shows up to the room, has literally pulled out his private parts. If you believe what she says, this is what she says happened. And it was never clear. She never explicitly said. And the guy kept asking her, did you sleep with Juan? She kept saying, come on, what you think happened? She was very coy, but she was very clear on what happened with their cousin. And in my opinion, that's what I really think happened. Why, although it may sound far-fetched to those, it kind of based off what she said, it's room to believe what he's saying is true. That Juan didn't, he paid for the room and he sent his cousin up there. That's what it really straight up sounds like
You
to
wanna
me.
know what it
I
sounds like to me?
for real, for real.
I agree with this, DD. He was wrong for paying for another room without talking.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now that
Y'all wanna know
right
what it
there
sounds
is
like
all
to
that
y'all wanna know
matters.
what it
We
sounds
all
like to
agree
me?
there.
What
Y'all
you
wanna know
say,
what it sounds
D?
like to, y'all
Yes.
wanna know what it sounds like to me?
Mm-hmm.
What it sounds like to me, and this is just me. I'm one person. My opinion don't matter, but I'm gonna give it.
Give
Sounds
it.
like to me they were on some train type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Choo
He
choo.
just didn't want to do nothing with the cousin.
So they was passing her around.
That's what it sounded like to me.
That was her argument. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what Joy's saying
my
too.
It
point is
sounded like to me she wanted to sleep with one, but she didn't want to sleep with the cousin.
okay, then even if that was
Well,
so,
what the
I
cousin look
don't
like? Wait.
it sounds like she put them out the door. Because if
But
you listen, go back and listen to her
what the
story.
cousin look like? If he cute, we don't know what she gonna do. But yeah, okay. So we are split because D and I think
Not the
it should have
sneaky
been
link.
said, and then Callie and Joy think it shouldn't, or what? I think that it should have came up. And okay,
I
then
mean, I don't care that it came up. I ain't gonna say whether or not
okay,
it should or shouldn't. There ain't nobody business for real.
It
But
shouldn't
I
have came
mean,
up. It shouldn't have
but
came up
it
because
it
she
should
knew
have.
Robin didn't want it
Yeah,
to come up.
yeah.
Mia can go somewhere else and play with
For the
somebody else,
sake of the show,
because which she
I
has done
think
obviously, because she ain't with her husband.
for the sake of the show,
Sneaky link is her.
for the sake of the show, I think that Mia was would have been a much more gentle approach versus other people.
Yes.
So Mia was the best person because she can't, if she had to pick a couple, that was the best person. Ray definitely wouldn't have done it.
And
Why
then
was
G
she
and
the
Mia
one
has
with
an
the
open
softer approach?
relationship.
What?
So, I mean, they ain't going to judge it. So, I
Oh, they
think
sure wouldn't. You're right.
yeah,
I thought
I
about
feel
that.
Ask
like
Yeah.
they
Gordon
would.
about that now. Gordon would definitely judge it now. Remember, he had an open relationship that he thought his wife still cheated because she lied to him and kept stuff when she was supposed to be open and honest, like you do in an open relationship. So no, that was not the couple to do it with because they didn't do it right. He
Well, she
did,
didn't know
she
that at the
didn't.
time, Callie. This just
Oh, she
came out.
probably did though, because she left real quick. Think
You
about it.
think she knew? Okay, let's move on.
I
I
don't
will
think
say,
you think they knew. I
I don't think
kind
so.
of think they all knew that she had a boo. I think
Well,
that was
yeah,
clear.
but not
That
as
was clear.
serious. Not as
Yeah.
serious.
Everybody except for her husband. That's where the problem came in out for Gordon, according to
Can I
Gordon.
say this? I kind of
Yeah.
think they did know because Jacqueline was hanging out with Candace. And she was eager to talk about, okay, so Jacqueline kind of gave us some clues here about Mia hanging out with her ex's boyfriend, mother.
Mother.
They're claiming that this is the ex, the guy that Mia's with now. That's supposed to have been the ex that she was rekindling. You don't think Jacqueline, her desperate attempt to be a housewife, didn't mention to Jacqueline that she messing with her ex?
Possibly.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
she bringing receipts, talk about, and your husband said so. Jacqueline seemed like she was the. I'm glad. That speaking of Jacqueline, what did y'all think about her mentioning Mia mentioning
Well, we
Jacqueline?
gonna
Jumping
get to that.
ahead.
Okay,
Okay, so let's move on. I do want to say congratulations to Robin for her med spa.
yeah,
That's a big money maker. I mean, they do all those Zempics, they do the Botox, the body sculpting. If she does it right, she'll make some money. And maybe Juan will work the front counter because he ain't got no job right now. So get him something to do. But no, maybe not, because then he might pay for somebody else's hotel room. I don't know. All right.
Well, what I did want to ask real quick, Joy. So they brought up before that the wives pay the husband out of their own money, 15% or whatever out of their own money.
No,
Are
no.
you
That was
okay?
just Peter and
Uh,
Cynthia.
okay.
that was something that
Can I
yeah.
finish the question? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But that's
So
not part of the contract. That's just Peter and Cynthia. But go ahead.
So are you saying now that, maybe he's getting paid? Are you saying that it's now a part of the contracts, or they're getting their own contracts, or what are you thinking when you were talking about that?
The way that it seemed like to me, Andy wasn't talking to the ladies. He literally said was talking to the gentleman. So I assume, and we don't know this for fact, that all of them are getting an X amount of money per episode. So if Wine, I don't know how many episodes Wine has been in, but let's say he's been in 3 episodes, 3 episodes, whatever their rate is, they're under contract. And it's probably
Okay.
date specific, like theirs are.
Yeah. All
Because
right. So
all of the ladies' contracts are date specific.
all right. So let's get to Wendy
Okay.
and her mama. And I'm just gonna say, I ain't gonna put her picture up here, but the skin and the blue contacts and I can't with this. But I'm gonna say that Wendy, and we've been saying that she is the most self-produced, overproduced.
I've been saying it.
Me too. I don't know why people don't see this or not upset about it. Person, this was, oh my God. Oh my God.
I actually, for the first time, first of all, let me say this before we get talking negative. Wendy really did look pretty.
Oh, she looked beautiful. I was like, damn, who does her makeup?
Whoever did her makeup and everything, she always does. Generally, she does look really pretty. It is, the color is a little off, but it just looked really, really pretty. Mm-hmm. Natural looks good on her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Natural, it just really looks good on her. Okay, anyway.
Go.
What was
however, comma, go ahead. You're about to talk about how she's self-produced. Well, I will if you do.
Oh, no. People on Twitter, for the first time, I start seeing comments like, are we ready to admit that that Wendy is faking? Come on, y'all. Like, when y'all queen, I mean, it's so bad. It's
And my
so
first thing
bad.
is, do you think this is the first time her and her mama done had this conversation? Because her mama was like,
Absolutely.
"Who are you talking about, Libby? Oh, you
Yeah.
mean the one who's like my daughter?" Like I'm
Yeah.
like, "Mama, stick on script." Wendy was looking at her like, "Mama, you off script? You off script?"
People were saying I couldn't get past the dot. No, I couldn't get past her green eyeshadow to even get
That
to
was
the
me.
dialogue.
Because Callie talked
You're
about her
not the only one.
ponytail.
I read that in the
It was
group. I
hanging
was
on by the
sure.
tail of his chinny chin chin. I didn't know what was holding it up.
So, what do you think it was self-produced, D? Because I know this is your queen, honey.
I wouldn't say she's my queen,
Yes, she
but
is.
no,
Yes,
she is
she
not. I'm just going to
You
defend
notice
what
how
is the
quiet he
right.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't nothing to say. I mean, I didn't really. I mean, I didn't really care about that scene, so I didn't really care
Why
about
not?
the. Because I mean, okay, they was talking about the necklace stuff, something that I quite frankly am tired of hearing about personally. So that's why I really don't have nothing to say because I'm ready to move on.
He does not like to talk anything negative about Wendy. It's always let's move on.
I
But if
I
mean,
didn't
anybody
know
else
that.
does something, honey, we gonna
That's
talk about it.
interesting.
We
I
gonna
didn't
cuss
know that.
and say he
what
hates
do
Okay.
it.
you want me to
I
say?
don't want you to say nothing. I'm just showing you what you
I
do.
want you
Okay.
to admit that seemed fake. That's I ain't gonna
Don't
front.
make him
Say it.
do it. Don't make him
Say
do
I
it.
it.
want
I
you to
mean,
admit that
it
I didn't
wasn't
know she
Look,
was
really.
your
in
girl,
It,
but
the
was
it
that
wasn't
hair
spirit of
really
polish was
important
using
to
on her
me.
hair
Like it's just
earlier in
like
the
whatever
seasons?
Wendy and her. I
Uh-huh.
always really
Black hair
said
polish.
in
Mm-hmm.
ahead
the
of time, episodes ago. I said episodes ago that I thought
Mhm.
Wendy was lying.
okay.
So that being said,
Okay, so you said it. I was gonna say in the spirit of sudden. Say it.
okay,
Name
so
them.
Say
I
it.
said that. Yeah,
Don't
I
Name
Say
said
name
them.
it.
it.
I said this
Don't,
Say
back
she
when they
don't.
fake.
was.
Hey,
I
Say
said
it.
this back when they first got to Dallas that Wendy was lying about this story
Okay.
or whatever. So we're not gonna say that it's not anything negative
no, you
about
did
So
Wendy.
how
not.
could
I
if you
said
think
that
that she's
episodes ago.
lying, how could Aneka be wrong? If you think she's lying, that means somebody telling the truth.
I didn't say that. I said that I felt like Wendy was lying and she should just own the fact that they were mad about her name dropping her.
That's
That's
Oh,
what
true.
I said.
We've
oh
all said
yeah.
that. Okay, I don't remember you saying. I remember Jordan and us saying that, but
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
go back and watch.
I said that
I'm gonna go back and watch.
Yeah.
when they first got to Dallas. I
Yeah.
said that
Cause we
back
gonna
then,
put that on Instagram.
I
Cause I
think
want.
though,
honey.
I bet you one thing though, the reunion she gonna tell the truth.
So
Wendy,
okay, she's
I
so
think she's gonna tell the truth because she's gonna be like, no, because you was name dropping such. I bet you because there's no way Wendy shouldn't have mentioned it. That would have made a far better conversation.
Well, maybe she just didn't want to give it. I mean, to be honest with you, the beef is really stupid. Yeah, it is
absolutely.
something new. It is a new beef, something that we haven't seen before. But I mean, it's really altogether, honestly, really dumb. Honestly, they're beefing really about really nothing. To be for real with you, so that's probably why she didn't bring it up because that would have been kind of like picking an issue with the new girl if she would have been like, oh, if she would have just came right in like she was name dropping me and dot 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 dot, that would have caused a conflict for absolutely really nothing when she didn't have to. There wasn't nothing to really bring up to be starting
It's not
unnecessary
just that. It's not
mess.
just that. It's also the pretending like you don't know her. That it's a lot that's encompassed into what Wendy did. It's almost at this point, although I believe she's gonna drop it in reunion. That's just my train of thought. I can't imagine her not because it does look stupid. But if you
I still
believe
don't think that they knew each other. I think they knew of each other. They've
that's
seen each other
fine.
around, but I don't
That's
still don't think that they knew each other. And I
I
don't
don't
feel
think
like
that
she
they
has
I
to
mean
say.
Anika doesn't
She doesn't
claim
have to
that
say
either.
that. She doesn't have to
Anika
say
doesn't
that.
claim that. Anika said she only had met
Joy,
her
you need
once.
to say her name a little different because
And
it
the
sounds like
other
you say.
side in Aneka,
Okay, you said Nika. I'm just
I
letting you know.
said Aneka.
Not the last
Well,
two times.
Oh,
But go ahead.
Aneka said she only had 2 interactions with her. One time in passing, and one time
Okay,
she said
but you
she
just
had a
said
conversation.
Whitney is pretending like she didn't know her when really they don't.
Are you talking about Lebe or Nika?
No, I was
She's
talking
talking
about
about
Aneka.
NECA. And I'm just
I,
saying that's
I
what you
mean,
just said. You just said Whitney pretended like she didn't know her when technically they really don't. They don't really know
I'm
each
not.
other.
I mean, she knew her enough to know who she was related to talk about her to, and to relate a message to. And we're not talking about somebody that they're six dimensions away from. This is her sister's really good friend. She knew
Literally, not in
exactly
an
who to call. So I might not know of you. I may not know you. Like, I don't know what your passions are, your life goals. I really don't know you for real. Like, I think we've shared some of our personal life, but we don't know each other for real. But if somebody said, you know, Demisio, to me, your name stands out. So I would say, oh, from Arkansas? Yeah. I don't know him, but what's up? I mean,
What's good?
what's good? I mean, to me, it's just that simple. I ain't got to know you. I think there's a difference. I don't think she was trying to act like they was buddies. But
So
I
did
think,
y'all notice that when Wendy's mama said, "You talking about Lebe?" You know, people think she our daughter because she be
yeah,
around us all the time. Did y'all notice Wendy's entire
yes,
face dropped?
yes,
Entire face, like mama.
yes.
And I'm
You
sitting here
off
like,
script. Biting her
yes.
mouth, biting the inside of her mouth.
So her mom, okay. Okay. Are we done with them? The
I don't
overproducing?
even know why we
Because
stayed
it
on
is
it this
over,
long.
honey. You just over it. They don't like for Wendy to be called out.
Yeah,
Did you see that
The
message I
thing is,
sent you,
like, I'm
Teak? It
tired of
said
this
the same
beef. It's really
thing.
not anything about that.
Huh?
I'm just tired of the beef. It's they're
Mm-mm.
beefing about something so like minuscule that it's just like, why do we have to spend our time talking about some dumb shit
Well, all of it's
on
dumb
both of
shit.
their
What's
behalf?
not? This is reality TV.
So it's just
What's
like
not dumb
it's
shit?
not
Tell me.
about Wendy. This could have been
What?
Karen, and I
Okay,
still
but
would
if
have been
it was
saying the
any other
same
housewife that you
thing.
don't like, you would be like, let's talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
No,
You,
not about
you're,
something
yes, you
stupid like
do.
this.
Okay, then
No, because it's not nothing. I mean, it's
listen. It's
stupid.
fine.
It could
Denial
have
is
been.
more than the
It could have
river.
been. This could have been Giselle, and it still
Denial,
would have been the same
you would
thing.
have
Why are
been
they
more.
arguing about something so stupid?
Denial is more than the river. But anyway, let's
If
get to
that's how you
Giselle.
feel, that's how you
Let's get to
feel.
Giselle and Grace. Why do I have this in there?
yeah, Gizelle and Grace.
Um,
Some of these clips, so
oh,
many of these.
I do. This is why I have this in there. I'm gonna say this: Giselle and Karen to be the oldest. Their bodies are the best. She looks
Oh
good in
yeah,
that little black outfit, and Karen be looking good.
it's because their bodies are also very natural. They
You
even
think
got a
that's what it
well,
is?
I think they got a well,
Karen is natural.
Karen's ain't her face ain't, but
Her face and her body,
I don't think her. Well, I know Giselle said she had lipo before,
right?
and I know that. Oh, I think she said. Did she say she had her breast lift?
I would if I could. Hopefully,
Right, me too.
Me too. Double
see, I
point
And
for
just
D.
think they look
Karen,
good.
Karen knows how to wear clothes.
Yes, I think they look
Generally
good.
speaking, she just knows how to wear clothes. To me,
Oh
her
no,
stuff ain't too whatever. But for a 60-year-old, she can still wear a bodycon dress.
right? They looked
So,
good. But anyway, I don't know
but
why I put that right there, but I did. So, what do you think about the
and
self
they're
defense?
pretty women. Generally speaking,
Yes.
when they're together, they're together.
So, what do you think about Grace and Giselle's scene? I thought it was pretty cute. What about
They
y'all?
look alike.
Oh my God, they're twins.
Yeah, they look alike. None of her children really look like. I don't know who them twins look like.
The daddy.
You think so? I
Yeah,
don't see Minister Jamal in them.
you don't.
Mm-mm.
Mm, they
I
cute,
mean, they're cute girls. I think
right?
all three of them are really pretty. Her daughter in pictures are wow. Like when you see her in pictures, she takes really good pictures. But yeah,
I do
she's
think so. I do think it's important to have the self defense class before college, and a lot of police
my
departments
baby
have
taking
them.
one now. My
If
my my 15-year-old is taking one right now. She's taking a kickboxing class.
Yeah, but a lot of police departments they have war, and I can't remember what it stands for. It's like women against something. But
Mhm.
anyway, so if you have a police department, see if they have like a war class, and they're free generally.
Oh,
But
she ain't
anyway,
taking no free ones. She
oh,
she going somewhere every Tuesday
all
and take
right.
hers. So yeah, she's only 5'1" and she tiny. So little bitty old thing. So she wanted
She
self-defense
needs to know
class.
how to do it.
Her daddy take her every Tuesday.
I love it. I used to take kickboxing, but I don't know if it would kick in. But anyway, what do you think well, two people are taking their kids to school. Daddy Damon cried. Um So Kelly asked me, would I cry? Do you cry when you take your kids to
I
school?
did. I cried all the way. It was so quiet on our car. And I mean from all three of us, because it was my youngest daughter at the time was like 8 or 9. And we was taking Jamila to school, girl. We was so, I mean, coming home, we was so quiet. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, we might not have said nothing for about 3 hours. We had stopped for gas. Like it was for me. Like, and I was forcing her away. She actually wanted to stay
I can't.
home.
I don't want to be
I
away
thought
too
that
far.
she said that was the best thing I ever did too. Like
Mm.
she needed to get from up underneath me. I don't know how to not control the situation.
Oh yeah, I'm
And she
control freak.
needed to learn some things on her own.
What do y'all think about Jason?
She got another man to live in a phone.
If you follow them on Instagram, they're together more than not. But if you just see them on the show,
Yeah.
that's what it appears to. Even
She's
like with Jamal, people say Jamal living her phone. Jamal and her have a great chemistry. They do stuff with their kids. He said on their podcast that they're gonna be feeding each other ice when they get old. Like I think he
yeah.
believes he's gonna be with her when they get old. So it's not like he don't like her. But that's what the people on the groups want to think. So
And I wish they could have really explained that situation right.
right.
Because Gizelle really, it wasn't so much that she made a fool of herself. I don't think Gizelle really, if you believe, if you think that her storyline was true that year and she was dating Jamal, I don't think he thought he was taking her seriously either.
Right.
I don't think he was. I think that the day they was sitting in that car and driving, and she was like, "Well, I'm not seeing nobody else. Are you seeing somebody else?" To me, that was that exclusivity conversation that a lot of people in mature relationships eventually have. Like, I don't care if it's you my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend. I don't care how you want to say it. That's the conversation that they had in the car, which means when Gizelle was claiming him a little bit earlier, and he could have been the only person she was dating. But to me, Gizelle could have said, I don't care what he did before that. Because that girl that Monique was talking about, that was way before that.
Yeah, it was.
It was some overlapping. It was definitely some overlapping.
It was, but
But
that
I
what they
think she
okay.
didn't explain it right. And that was a miss story because like people don't that could have been that's something that you can relate to. Everybody then dated somebody and you really didn't have no conversation. You don't know what you're doing. You're assuming, but it's an unfair assumption.
And even with Robin, I'm telling you, all these women know somebody who has experienced infidelity, and they know somebody who stayed in it. I don't know why people acting like this is new. I be like,
Right.
why is this new to y'all? But anyway,
And or the ask that's really out there, which is insane to me, is that they wanted Robin to tell her own issue. That is the most unfair thing you can ask a person. One, if you believe that Robin really loves wine, you wanted her to mention something that had happened 5 months ago that you have decided to stay behind and deal with. So you're now asking her to relive it again as you film and relive it again as you watch it. That's unfair to ask anybody. It's not been one scandal, like for real, for real. And Portia would probably be the closest one who didn't had an infidelity scandal with the person that they were with, and they are the ones that brought it to the scene, unless it was something that happened 10 years ago, like what happened on New Jersey. Nobody mentions my husband, this man that I want to marry, just cheated on me 4 months ago.
I've never seen it happen on anything, but it's fine. That's what they want. Give the people what they want, but I wouldn't.
It's
It's
an
not.
unreasonable
So
ask.
It's not.
let's get with Candace. Y'all want to keep talking about that? Okay, let's get with Candace and her 2 lumps. I didn't like what her doctor told her to do. That bothered
It
me.
was weird.
Um, because I had a situation like that with my mammogram, and I had a nodule, and she got more money than me, and they sent me to a diagnostic ultrasound. So I don't understand why that wasn't the next step. I think she needs to get a new doctor. I did not like what her doctor said to her.
Can I tell you what's the buzz on Twitter and in
What?
some of the groups?
Oh Lord,
The
what?
buzz is, first of all, she need to get a new doctor. Second of
Yes.
all, they said that they think she's lying
What?
because they're saying that
They think
no
she's what?
doctor. They said no doctor would tell you got lip. It's probably lip noise,
They won't.
and not send you somewhere to confirm that.
Well,
I
my
agree with
doctor
that.
told me that, and I had to
Your
kind of
doctor
force
did?
myself to be sent. Yeah, and I had to kind of force the conversation for me to go and get extra tests. My age helped. I think I was like mid 40s at the time, but yeah, I kind of had to
But she
force
has
it.
it in her. Did you have it in your family?
Not really.
She
No.
does. Candace
Yeah.
has a history
Well, that
of
should make a
that in her
difference.
family.
It should
Her
make a
doctor
difference. Yeah.
knows
But
this, and
doctors
he.
will tell you this, so it's impossible for her to be lying about that. They will tell you that. I had a scare back when I was
I
15
agree.
on my foot, and the doctor told me that we could just leave it in if you want to, and we can just monitor it over the years, or we can take it
Mm-mm.
out and get it tested. The
That's
choice
not.
was mine. So that's definitely not far fetched
That
that the
is.
doctor would have told her that. Especially if it's not appearing to be outright cancer right off the bat, then they
But you
will
can't
tell you
see
that.
outright cancer like sometimes.
But
And if
that's
you
what I'm
got
saying.
two
They
of
will
them,
tell that. That's what I'm saying. They will tell you we can either take it out and get it tested to see if it is cancerous, or we can keep it in and we can just monitor it and watch it. They will tell you that. So that's
but that's
not.
not what she said, D. She didn't say they was gonna take it out and they wasn't gonna do no further testing.
I'm not saying that she did say that.
Oh, okay. Well, your situation is different. My thing is, if her doctor did say that, I don't know if she's faking. That's not even. I hope that she's not, but she needs a new doctor because you need to go just for your. Because I was on pins and needles. I'm telling you, and if you know that she's going to be living with that scare, you just don't have your patients living in that. You just should not. I no. And her mom was like, "Don't panic. Don't." No, my mom was like, "We going
I
somewhere."
mean, her
That's
mama
why
did tell
Cool
her that
Tesla
though.
had
That
hers removed.
Yes.
her
That's
mama
why
did tell her to go to get further tested done.
She needs to. She needs a new doctor.
that's why Coon Tesla got hers removed
Oh
because
really?
she was sick and tired of her mother died of breast cancer. So she
Oh.
knew the risk, and she said every time she go, they find something, and she goes through that ants. She said I couldn't take it no more, and she
Okay,
said
Latoya, because Vicky was
That's
wrong.
true.
it played out on the show.
Vicky was dead wrong, girl.
Vicky and Brooke, but I don't know. Yeah, I, I I don't know. I just hope she wouldn't play with that. And then Candace
I
was
don't.
very emotional,
I
but
don't
she
think
is
she's
about
lying.
everything.
It's just because it's Candace, so of course they're gonna
Yeah,
say that.
It ain't
but
just
please
because
go
it's
get
Candace. They
another.
doubt
Yes, it is
everybody's
just because
words
it's
at some
Candace.
point. Y'all need to be. Y'all
They
hate
do
when
doubt
people
everybody,
say
but they
that.
have favorites.
Like
Joy, you cannot
everybody.
be
Like,
upset about this.
oh,
D mean you know. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
always the victim.
okay.
I'm just saying, people have their favorites.
They
Always the
definitely doing it
victim,
because it's
Joy.
Candace.
Stop.
But please go get
Girl,
it done. And they're not.
Giselle is the
Well, my insurance
ultimate
paid for mine,
victim.
but I
Giselle
don't
is
think it was
literally your
more than
fave is literally the
$400.
ultimate victim. Like, what are we talking
Thank you.
about
That's
here?
my point. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Like,
went over.
what?
I don't went
Giselle
over.
is the ultimate victim. Just like on Watch What's Happening Live, acting like, girl, stop. You owe them folks an apology.
She
Quit it.
said she apologized, and she tried to apologize to Wendy 3 times, and Wendy wouldn't talk to her. But we're
On
not going to talk
camera.
about that. We're not going
But
to talk
Wendy
about it.
wasn't
Let's move
ready.
on.
Wendy wasn't
Let's
ready.
move
So you
on
can't make
because
Then
someone
I don't have to
accept an
apologize.
apology if
she
they're
didn't even
still
get to
mad
apologize.
at you. Wendy was still mad at her, so of course
But
she
then
didn't
she
want
going to
to
try to
accept
hug her the
it.
next time she see her.
But they had spent months.
Okay,
They
moving
had
on.
spent months apart at
Moving
that point. They
on.
were starting a new season, so Wendy was trying to probably break the ice and try to somewhat move on. They didn't spend time apart. Months have went by that they haven't
Okay.
filmed. So like, let's stop. Like
But you
they
can't
all
call
don't.
me and
Let
say, "Now I want to talk." Yeah, y'all expect. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Let's move
and we
on.
all know Giselle ain't sincerely apologized anyway. So
She
quit
doesn't
it.
know how to. I'm with
Quit
you.
it.
And
Well,
it
then
was
don't ask for
interesting
one.
because
Then
on
that's what
Watch
I
What's
don't
Happening
understand. Don't
Live,
expect one. It's like it's
They're
oh,
expecting her to
on
be
Watch What's
genuine, though.
Happening Live,
Unfortunately.
Andy literally called her she's always apologetic. That Gizelle don't have a problem apology. They
Girl,
showed a
she ain't
barrage
apologize to
of
Candace.
apologies.
She ain't
Jordan,
apologize
let's
to
not play the
Candace.
victim now. Giselle ain't done no apologizing to Candace. Candace is still human. So it's
She
possible
did
that you
apologize to
and
Nick,
Andy
and
are
when they
Really
wrong.
went to
apologize
and
to
on
Candace.
Ultimate Girls Trip
Honey,
too. That's why they
girl,
talked on
She
Giselle
Ultimate
ain't
don't.
Girls
done
When did
no
she
Trip.
owe
apology. She won't
She
Candace
even
I
a
don't
speak
apologized
to
on
that
remember
Ultimate
girl.
Girls Trip,
nothing.
and then
Y'all
What
don't
is?
still
remember
Wait a minute,
she
y'all.
nothing.
apologized. She
What did she owe
apologized on
Candace an
Ultimate
apology
Girls
for?
Trip, and then proceeded to do that bullshit at the reunion. So, girl, that
Mm,
apology don't mean a damn thing,
thank
honey.
They
you.
all have to
Nothing.
have the reunion because Ultimate Girls Trip hadn't aired yet.
Okay, and she
We
still could
still
have went
have
on
to
the
talk
and
about the
just like how
season.
she apologized on Ultimate Girls Trip, she could apologize at the reunion.
Thank you.
How do you know she didn't and they didn't show it?
Well,
No,
we only
if
can go
they
by
would have
what we
showed
did
that
see,
baby,
though.
But
they
We
my
would
only
have
can go
showed
point
by
that.
what we
is,
I
you
would
saw at
know
the
want
that
them
she
to
reunion.
apply again.
apologized.
Joy, we know
But
They
you
you
would
were
have
already
showed
biased
that.
right now,
apologized
They
again.
would have
Ashley. So
showed
is
that.
Y'all
They
Monty.
just
would have
It's
asking
showed
okay.
too
that.
much
D, we
from
can
people.
move on because we
We
all
gonna
They
know.
move
would have
on.
showed that. If she would have
Hmm.
apologized, baby, they would have put that front
I
and
think
center
she should have apologized.
just so they could have rolled the cameras back if
For
Candace
you, so
would have
you
did
could
what
be
she done.
okay. Is that
I'm
what you're
scared I'm gonna
saying?
burn my
So you
Huh?
could
ear.
be okay. So you could
Huh?
be okay.
What?
So you wanted to see it again, so you could be okay. You said they
No,
should
I'm
roll it again.
saying that if
Ah!
she would, I'm saying if
I'm
she would have,
just asking.
I'm saying if she would have apologized, they would have showed that on camera. Because if Candace would have, again, like they doing now, still not talking, still having the same argument, they would have rolled them tapes back about her apologizing. Production would have done that. I'm sorry, they would have did that.
How do you know? They pay
Girl,
people
they
to
do it all
tell
the
Because
you.
it would have
time.
been
They
No,
something
they
all do
don't
that
unexpected
pay.
all
and
the
that we
Okay,
all
time.
wanted to
y'all
see.
swear
That's
y'all
how
know
we
how
Production,
these
know.
editors
production
work.
don't miss a moment to be messy.
Thank
Production ain't
you.
gonna miss
Y'all
no
know
moment.
that too. D, they know it.
Okay.
Production ain't gonna miss no moment to be messy, baby. They not. I'm sorry, and that's across all the franchises. They gonna roll them tapes
Sometimes they
back.
don't want to show that she apologized. Has that been
If
missing? That's
Giselle
keeping
would have
y'all mad at Giselle.
apologized, they
That's
would have
keeping
showed
you
it.
mad at Giselle. That's
Ain't
keeping
nobody
y'all
mad at
talking.
Giselle. We already
Production
know
makes
she
sure
is
they
the
don't show it
redeemed
all the
orange,
time.
right?
Candace probably gonna
We got it.
apologize.
Oh
Y'all
my
really
God,
believe that she?
Giselle did apologize, and it's
Yeah, okay,
okay.
she didn't apologize. Even
He
though
did.
on
We
Watch What
did.
Happens
No,
Live, she said she
we
did.
did. You
Okay.
don't think if she would apologize, Giselle wouldn't be bringing that up, girl? She
She
would have
She
would.
said
did on
that.
Watch What Happens Live. Did you
She
Okay,
didn't
not?
say she
okay.
apologized at
She
the
literally
reunion.
moving
I
on.
She
apologize and
said
will
she
never
Moving
do it
apologized
on.
at
again.
the
I mean, that
reunion
ain't
on
quite
Watch
the
What
same.
Happens
See how we
Live.
talk about stuff when they want when you want stuff.
Did she say on Watch What
Hmm.
Happens Live that she apologized
So
at the
I said,
season
what the
7
heck does
reunion?
Candace have on when she went to go see NECA? Because I don't even understand the outfit. I was like, what's going on?
The
Okay,
tank top? The yellow tank
It's
top?
like
but she
a
didn't
pink. No,
apologize.
Oh, I
it was like a lime
must have
green
noticed
with
that one.
pink, and then a
I
pink
know,
jersey.
Callie. I
Did you
know.
see that?
Hi, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Sorry, that's what me and George. Sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Okay. Are we gonna talk about NECA and Candace met? I guess y'all don't want to talk about that because y'all want to talk about
Girl, what is
NECA.
this? Let me say this. Can I please say this?
Go
Lord,
ahead.
I know it ain't nobody hold on here. But Gizelle is not a literal producer. Carlos King said that she was a producer because she does seem to set up scenes. What that mean is when a lot of times we see people sitting at the table and they're eating, somebody got to get the conversation cracking. That's not Gizelle this year. If y'all didn't
That's
notice,
why they bored.
it's a little bit of Robin, a little bit of Mia.
Mia.
They're the people that kind of get the conversation cracking. So
Right.
because of that, they're considered producers, but they don't get any. You can Google who are the producers of all of the franchises. None of these ladies are producers on this show.
Not on this one, but yeah. Um, but yeah. So anyway, do you want me to take this down? Are we keeping this up? Okay. Y'all want to talk about the last thing, and then we'll do Married to Medicine because it's 4:34. I extended it for a minute because we got to do Married to Medicine. I don't know why you did this one first, Joy.
Oh,
Because Married to Medicine, I ain't got much to say. I thought the event was nice. What y'all think? The PAVE event.
I mean, yes, it was nice. It was good to show the awareness, of it all. So I think it was good.
Did y'all
Now,
know this?
for the
Okay.
life of me, it just doesn't seem authentic.
You
It
don't
looks
think
like
she's really?
very dramatic, over the top. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. And I don't feel sorry for her, but it's just like something about Mia just screams just
But we
camera
can't say that
moment.
about but don't say that about Wendy.
Camera moment,
We can't
honey.
say that about Wendy though.
Camera moment, child.
Hmm.
I will agree that at times she seems, what you're looking at, is she seems um inauthentic. She
Right.
always seems like when that green light is on, she's ready. And she's prepared something. Sometimes it rolls right, sometimes it doesn't. I can kind of tell when it's not because something goes wrong. Like her husband don't participate.
Mm-mm.
He may have a general of her shenanigans. That's why I can deal with her. Just like Ray don't let Karen come across like she's Miss Diana Ross and everybody loves her, because Ray will tell you in a minute how he feels neglected. You know, Gizelle's daughters do that for
For
her.
her, yeah.
Rob and
I
everybody do
enjoy
that for
seeing
her.
them read her, baby.
Yeah, everybody has that
Yeah.
except Wendy.
Wendy, everybody is scripted.
Eddie
That's why I don't
plays
understand.
along, and that's why she comes across. It's
I mean,
overproduced.
what is Eddie supposed to be doing?
Oh
He
my
sat up there
God.
in that
Y'all, you
restaurant
cannot talk
pretending
about
like he
Wendy.
don't
I
know
didn't
a
know why you're
necklace
doing this.
husband for one. And he don't know
Oh
nothing about that Facebook for one, and he pretends with her. It should just be a balance there.
I
To
mean,
me,
maybe Eddie just not one of those people that want to be a one.
it
But
ain't
they
about
need the
being
person. They
alive.
need somebody.
Okay,
They
but you
need
can't force
something.
somebody. You
But
can't
that's
force
what I'm
somebody to
saying
do
though.
that.
You
Eddie
love for
doesn't
Giselle
look
daughters
like
read
that's what
her, but
Eddie.
if her daughters
Eddie
just
looks
sit
like
there and
he's
pretend
literally
that you
just
have
there
you wouldn't
for
like it.
her. So I mean, we're not probably going to ever
Okay.
get much out of Eddie, and it's just something that we've all
That's
just
what
kind
you've
of learned to
accepted.
deal with.
I
We're just not
always
going to get much out of him.
I think about Eddie in this terms. It's a couple of things. It's a whole lot of stuff I always feel like she
Like
overproduced.
Frank, I mean
But
not
I'll
Frank,
give
but
you a
like
perfect example.
Margaret's husband. He's not gonna go against
But
Marge. He
but
probably
he don't have to because the ladies will.
Yeah, because and he has gone against Marge. He's the one
Right.
that gave us the biggest drop of that one of that franchise,
You
was
sure
that
did.
he didn't heard about um
and
uh
then he doubled down and lied
wives
about it. So
cheating
it's
from
still the
his
same
house.
thing.
But he
He
said
doubled
it.
down
At
and
least
lied
he
about it.
did it.
Everybody know he said it. And because we watched the whole scene, yeah, he came back later. Everybody knew why, because his wife had a conniption on him,
Right.
literally. So we know he can get out of order. We know he can get out of order. Melissa's only on this show because of Joe.
Well, I'm just saying. But anyway, so some people were saying that when Mia got up, they felt like Robin should have got up, and I don't
No,
understand
yeah,
why. Um,
because
and I
she got up to comfort her.
I still don't understand why, because this was like a moment. Robin has been sexually assaulted too.
Yeah,
So you expect a woman who could have been in her emotional roller coaster,
yeah,
remembering what happened to her, because you feel like she should chase after Mia, then she should do it. I feel like
correct.
the fans of these shows expect so much of these people, and it makes it not fun when you just have all these expectations. Just watch the show.
I
Yeah,
Like
think
y'all
that's
just
what they are doing,
create
and they give their opinion, and it's
but
nothing
you create, but not on
wrong with
sexual
it.
assault. You stop somewhere. I'm serious. It's got to stop somewhere. The severity of this, it was no mess in this. This was the women coming together about an issue that matters, and you still gonna try to create and find mess in that. Y'all
mm-hmm.
gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's gotta stop somewhere. It just
It's not realistic ads. Ask is what I say. It's just not based off of reality. Like a lot of this is reproduced and made up. We know that there's always an element of that. But I wanted to also say Anika's husband ain't even like that, because he didn't embarrassed her a couple of times too. I just don't. I just wanted to mention that too.
I got you. Right.
But there, I don't even know what the point I was gonna make. Go
I
ahead.
don't know, because you went to like three different things. I just really feel like as fans, we love these shows. We love to find, to cause mess. We do it on here, but there's
Yeah,
just certain things that you just need to just let breathe and
yeah.
just let be. And I feel like all
What
those
Tony Braxton say? I got to breathe.
right.
Please
Yes.
back up off of
That's my
me.
song,
That
okay?
is. I
You know
love
I'm
that
gonna
song. That is my song. I love that
okay, sorry, I got excited.
yeah,
Okay, sorry. Moving on. I love Tony Braxton.
I do too, baby. I love me some.
Shantae Moore, Tamia, and the Moore
Okay.
Hawks.
Because what song they
What?
say?
Okay, moving on.
Shantae's got a man.
I
Come on
got a
now.
man.
And I wasn't even born, baby. But listen.
Okay. All right, so y'all ready? Are we done?
90s music was good though.
Oh, and let me put up our thing. We didn't let anybody on because we have to move to this next one. I put it to 450. It's 440. So if y'all want to talk, we may have more time to talk about Potomac at the end of Married to Medicine because I ain't got too many notes on that because I just don't find it enjoyable. But here is our.
We didn't talk about the Jacqueline of the college.
Oh, yeah, we could do that real quick.
Move on.
Mia. So Mia said that she feels like what's going on with her and Jacqueline's relationship. Is this what you're talking about, Joy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Was that it must have been Jacqueline's boyfriend at the time
Yeah.
who sexually assaulted her. And
I don't know if it was her boyfriend, but it was definitely
it was a guy.
House.
Yeah, it was a guy and that was at her house.
Yeah.
I thought she said boyfriend.
I think she did too, but I'm not.
She didn't say boyfriend. It was Mia's boyfriends. But then I was like, why she leave his house and leave you?
Well, I've done that. Like, I don't know if it's smart, but I had one of my friends stay. I had to go to work. She had to go to work later. She stayed here for an interview. I'm sorry. She had to go for an interview later. She was here. Then she left. I mean, I didn't think they do nothing. I mean, it just happened. You know, hopefully they didn't. Did you? No, but I mean, it can happen. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you can.
It can happen if you trust your husband or your mate. I mean, you shouldn't be worried about your friend being there, but
is that reason for her to still kind of sometimes be mean to Jacqueline?
it's
like
not, and it's not
Right.
rational. But if you've been sexually assaulted, and I've never been, but I would think you would be irrational about certain things.
You're very irrational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but so she said Jacqueline trusted her boyfriend, so it was her boyfriend, but it could have been a boy that was her friend. We never know. We never know.
Well, if it was just a friend, she probably wouldn't have the same anger or whatever toward Jacqueline. If it was just a friend, it was her boyfriend. That's the way I took it.
Yes, I agree with that. And she said in the things that happened afterwards. So I'm thinking, did Mia not believe her? I mean, Jacqueline not believe her afterwards?
Right.
Did she stay with the boy? Like, we don't know the story.
Right.
So maybe she'll talk about it next season with her new boo. I don't know. Because she definitely coming back with the barber. What is he, a barber? DJ?
He's a DJ.
But Jacqueline is going to be with Sharice. So I guess Jacqueline and Sharice hang out.
I don't know why. Whatever gets Jacqueline on.
I know what I didn't say. Did y'all notice that Wendy's friend that's supposed to be friend of the show walked in, gave a bag, and they never showed her again? Do y'all think that they X'd her out because of the fight, or because they
possible?
Yeah.
Because it's possible. Because I was surprised they showed Deborah. That was an unnecessary walkthrough. An acknowledgement.
Yes, at Candace's house. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, Candace. Forgive me. At Ashley's house.
Yeah.
She wouldn't.
I mean, they know they weren't fighting. I mean, they know they weren't filming, not fighting.
Right. But yeah. So, but they're not showing that girl. So I don't know if she's gonna be part of the show. Sorry. Anything else?
No.
Next week, I am excited to see Gizelle and Grace and Karen and Raven. I don't know why, but I want to see it. But I don't know. Dee probably gonna think that's boring. Yeah. I want to see it. All right. So follow us on everything, everyone. We're about to get off of here. Go to Dee. What are you talking? Because your mouth moving, but
I said I like Raven, so I don't know.
You don't like Grace?
I mean, I love them because they read Gizelle. So yes, I love the kids.
Oh, okay. I like the kids.
So emotional.
You don't like Gizelle at all. I like everybody. But what was I saying? Follow us. I need to add some more stuff to the podcast. I may do that since I'm snowed in. I'm snowed out, so I may add some stuff to the podcast tonight and tomorrow. But just follow us on everything. This is the QR code. everything. Like, subscribe. We need y'all. All right, we're gonna get off of here and we're gonna come right back for Married to Medicine. All right, y'all ready?
Kill y'all.
Peace out.
Peace. Okay, let's end this.